we've had people come here and they walk out of here angry. And I said, and Steve said, wasn't that terrible? Somebody came to the service and got angry in the service. And I said, no, they came here to get angry. They came here to get bent out of shape. They came here to do what? I always look at what people do and decide that's what they choose to do. I don't care what the reason is. Okay. How many been angry when you could have come up with a reason not to be? Okay. See, the challenge is to do what? Stop being angry with anything, especially you. I was just talking to someone out here at the service. Dr. Robert DeRopp wrote a wonderful book called, Robert DeRopp is worth your time. Anyhow, one of these books, the opening line in there where he is referring to Christianity, and he says, we will call it from now on the guilt cult. The cult of guilt. Now, what do? We are looking at the Christ principle, not religiosity. The Christ principle is spirituality. The Christ principle is in everything and everyone. It's also the Buddha consciousness. It is everywhere at once. It is everything we are. It made us out of itself. And the celebration of it is not some dogma, creed, and ceremony. It's an application. This is why, and David Walker, I was just listening. If you go on Facebook and just put in David Walker, there's a bunch of lectures there that David gave, and it's all on there, and you can see David at his best. And one of the things that I was listening to it the other day with tears in my eyes, and listening to David, and one of the things that he pointed out very clearly is that we can at any moment allow ourselves a self-celebration that's above and beyond any nonsense that got us to that point. That we can free ourselves into a greatness within ourselves beyond anything we've ever gone through or anything we will ever go through. Dr. Ernest Holmes says on page 190 of the Science of Mind textbook, man's life in reality is spiritual and mental, and until his thought is healed, no form of cure will be permanent. We understand that health is a mental as well as a physical state. Very interesting. Now this doesn't mean just the physical body. It means healthy body, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy home, healthy work, healthy play, healthy relationships, healthy application everywhere at once. Okay. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy world. Now, we look at our physical condition, whatever it might be, and we realize that in some way or the other, I heard this thing on, they had a group of 4 doctors the other day, and here was their conclusion, that the physical body is affected by the attitude of the person who has the body. How many know that's true? Okay. I remember one of the great lessons of my life. When I was growing up in Texas with my Baptist mother, and we were sitting there in cold weather, and somebody had a crack in the window or something, and she said, "It's a draft, we're going to get a cold." Okay, how many had mothers who told you were going to get a cold as a result of a draft? Okay, one of the first lessons I learned in first year class with Dr. Craig Carter, who asked the same question, how many have allowed yourself to get a cold from a draft? And then he added this to it: a draft is fresh air, and fresh air has never harmed anyone. So why do people get a cold when they sit in a draft? Okay. Okay. Think about it. Now, if we think about what we think about, we begin to realize that, as these doctors said in this thing on PBS the other day, that in some degree the body is affected by one's state of mind. Okay. I wanted to pick up the phone and see if I could get a hold of them and said, why don't you add that we can do something about our state of mind? If you find yourself in a negative state of mind, don't get upset with yourself. Just put the brakes on and change your mind. Okay. Guess what? Your world changes. Your body changes. Your relationships change. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. How many know that's a good idea? Okay. Let's all repeat after me. I do unto myself as I would have others do unto me. Are you? Are you? Think about it. Are you? Are you doing unto yourself as you would have others do unto you? Are you allowing yourself to know that you are always, again, in treatment, and that thinking about what you think about is the beginning of spiritual mind treatment when we know that we are one with infinite intelligence? That is what we are. There's one life. It's everywhere at once. It's what? Say it with me. My life. Okay, now if that's true, speak your word and describe what is already true. Don't try to speak your word to make something happen. That's not treatment, that's manipulation. Spiritual mind treatment is describing what is already true. It is putting into words. This is what Jesus spent his whole life teaching. What? The finished kingdom. If you're affirming, I want to get over there, you're affirming you're not there. Okay. So we find ourselves doing what? Waking up to a greater and greater idea. Everyone say, through me. Through my thoughts. Through my feelings. Through my actions. Divine intelligence seeks to express itself as me. I put no obstacle in the way. I demonstrate great good with grace, with love, with joy, with peace, and positive right action. I am the power of life. I am able to do. I am able to be. Anything and everything I want to do and be. At the level of love. God knows what to do and how to do it as me. Your challenge this week, and I'm going to give it to you, your challenge is to demonstrate the power to be able to move forward in a positive way. Your challenge is, if you walked in here with any kind of burden, to put it down, let it go, and know that the beautiful in you as you is good enough to be true, it's good enough to be now, and it unfolds as your life. Now, everybody in this room knows it's true of you, don't you? Yes. Now, if you know that and you get in the way of yourself, just know everybody in this room is accepting your great good right now. Your answers, your love, your health, your happiness, your prosperity, your joy. I've already had this morning talk to two people who just recently said, we don't have any, we need a job, and you know what the market looks like, and guess what? They now have a job. Why? Because what you're looking for, you're looking with, and what you're looking for is looking for you. Know that, and know there's nothing in the way of you finding what you're looking for, whether it's health, happiness, prosperity, love, anything. It is already willing and able to become anything you let it be. The spiritual world in which you live is greater than anything you've ever conceived of. And the reason you can conceive of it is you are the greatness of God in action. Know it and act like it's so, because it is. Dear friends, I love you. Namaste. Thank you for being here today.